Okie doke. Back on. All good. Happy days. Hope everyone's well. Let's try this again. We're on board. We're on board this morning. The retro-looking COURTLINE, a British leisure airline from the 70s. Didn't last very long. On board the TriStar today, we're over at Luton, heading over to Menorca today, with a flight time of about 2 hours or so. Where am I at? There we go. So we want that. Cool. Problems are solved as well. So it turns out that frame generation was playing silly buggers, should we say. Now it's working, now it's fine. As you can see, if I do this, a little bit of a smoother transition than we've had before, so therefore we're all good. I hope everyone is well. Welcome to those who are watching live. Welcome to those who are watching on the playback on YouTube. Hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to your Saturday. Gemma, morning to you rather. Hope you're well. We did go live earlier. Then there was a little bit of a problem, but now we're back and we fixed it. So that's where we sort of need to be, really. So there you go. It is looking very cloudy, very interesting here at Luton today. Been a while since we've flown from Luton, actually, to be fair. But should be in for a fun one, I believe. Now, with the TriStar, what we always tend to do is we're going to use the auto complete, which is the first off. Let's do the flight director, flight engineer. Get there in the end. Flight engineer to set the airplane up for us. But before we do that, if we go to the load sheet and go to the Simplief import, which we've just done, so we've imported all the systems that we need in regards to passenger numbers, cargo, and the fuel today. So that's all in, ready to go. And then, I don't think there's anything else we need to do here. GPS today. Yeah, no, totally fine. Totally fine. Okay, happy days. Right. In that case, let's kick things off by getting the stairs in play. Jim says, well, just paid 30 quid at the dentist for him just to polish my teeth. Could have done that with some Mr. Sheen at home for free. Jim, very good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. And just in the meantime, I'm just going to try and find let's go with this one instead. Let's go with this one instead. Happy days. Okay. Let's press auto complete here, get everything set up ready to go.
Now. Stand by.
For our trip over to Menorca. So one thing I've learned as well is that the Garmin sat-nav here has to be used on legacy mode, which we should still be on from last time. Therefore I should be able to interact with it. I also got introduced as well, a little shout out to Gadget, who popped into the stream last time when we used these when we used the 777.
Hey mate, Just got that flow done. She's all set.
Oh, I thank you. So we've also been introduced to, I say introduced, reintroduced to a little program called Little Nav Map. I've tried to use it before. It's also very interesting because what it does is it also it shows you all the traffic from say intentions on the app, so you can actually see where airplanes are and that. Very, very cool. But I think it's more if you use it yourself. As opposed to it being like an open thing to use, like a Volanta, you know, that sort of thing. Okay, so yeah, so we can actually see what's around us. We can actually see the call signs and where they're going as well. But it's obviously like the AI traffic sort of thing. So I think it's pretty cool. Even like the smaller planes as well, we get to see those in the air on the app as well. So it's actually pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. I've been getting my head around it and using it as much as I can. And I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I would show you it, but you'll probably take one look at it like I did and go, But it's fine. Once I got spoken through it, wasn't too bad in the end. So here we go. Here she is, the one we're using today. And I'm just going through to amend my flight plan once again, so I know what waypoints I'm putting into the system. Because obviously you've got to select certain things, certain waypoints when using the Garmin. What about now? Is that any better? So yeah, so what I did was just simply turn the game audio down a little bit. Yeah, so I turned the game audio down a little bit. But yeah, I think we should be alright now. Right, anyway, yeah, so I'm just amending flight plan here. Carl, morning to you, welcome back. We've managed to get everything sorted, everything's running a little bit smoother. I'm just on something called Little Nav Map at the moment, where I can see all the say intentions traffic on the ground on the map. And I can see who they are, what they are, where they're going, etc., etc. Awesome. Right, flight plan is there. Sorted. Beautiful. Happy days. At some point, maybe during the flight, I'll show you it. Carl's reached his 100 stream streak. Nice one, thank you. I do appreciate that. There you go. Passengers on their way to boarding the aeroplane. So like I say, it won't do everything for you, the flight engineer, but it will do most things once I get an idea for actually how to set this all up. But if you've got something to make it a little bit easier for you, it makes it so much easier. So call sign today is COURTLINE 487. This was a real world flight back in the day from Luton over to Menorca. We're heading out of runway 25 right today. If you see by the flight plan here, we've got 25 right, 25 and 01 for our arrival. We need to sort those out, so let's do that now. As we go to selecting the approach, the departure. I think it's the Rodden 1B. Yes. So I'll enter that. Yep. So we're snaking out of runway 25 today. Unintentional use of the word, but yeah. Totally unintentional. ILS Yankee 01 for today. Balio is our transition. And then if we head back to runway 01, we'll then get the arrival. Which today is the Sarge 5 Bravo arrival. And then the sat-nav will reset itself, which is nice to see. Unintentionally use that word, though. But that is virtually what the departure is. The departure is literally like sneaking out of the airport. Because obviously you're avoiding everything to do with Stansted. Somebody is very noisy today. Yep, so our departure today will take us out towards, if I look here, we're heading out towards Little Kimball. Heading then down towards Compton. And then from Compton it's heading all the way down towards sort of centre of France. Down towards Andorra, and then across to the islands that we need to get to. Not quite. We're sort of just what's it? North, never east, north, just northwest of High Wycombe. Is basically how we're going to do it. And RAF Benson as well. We're sort of passing. For today. At some point, like I said, I'll show you the little nav map. It's very good. It's very helpful for like sorting out all the flight plan and stuff. So yeah, I'll update you on that once we get towards it and once we're in the air. Right. What we need to do next is we need to have a look here at the. So we've basically got Rodney, and then from Rodney we've got nothing else. So we need to follow our. I'll have a look at our flight plan here. And then we need to go down to the Sargo one, and then we need to swing that side, get the keyboard on, and then we need to put CPT. That is Compton. That's what we need, and then we just keep going. Just keep going until we've got all our waypoints in place. So from Compton, we are looking for Sophill, and the best thing about Little Nav Map is try again. Little Nav Map is you have all the waypoints ahead of you, like listed on a screen, and it's just easy to use. So we'll keep going. So from Sophill, we need Balan. There we go, Balan. In France, yes. Then from Balan we need Narak. Very easy, very helpful. Like I said, once we're in the air, once we're cruising, I'll show you. It brings up like a radius of like all the AI traffic around you. So at the moment I can see all the Ryanairs, I can see like Kenya Airways down at like Heathrow that's in the game currently right now. Like going into Heathrow. It's very cool. Right. Then we need Lomra. We're just going to type these in one by one until we get to Rodney. We need Rokan. And then we need Giant. And that's it. That's all we need. So that is the flight plan done. It's Dave. Yeah, waypoint Dave is what we need. Waypoint Dave. But yeah, the flight plan's all now sorted. We don't need to touch that anymore. We theoretically shouldn't be hearing the outside noise. But we are. So yeah, so I hope everyone's doing alright, hope everyone's well, hope everyone is enjoying their Saturday morning. Weekend is finally here. Is Trigger in there somewhere? He probably is. He'll be sitting in first class, more likely. Okay. So let's go ahead and, because I can't do anything about the outdoor noise, you see. Someone's being noisy. So yeah, so all the planes that you see on the ground within a particular radius, I can actually make the radius a bit bigger, which I will do, which is going to be I forget how you do it. He says, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I will still be able to show you. So there's lots of planes on the ground. So if we look to our right hand side, we can see obviously an EasyJet aeroplane there. I can tell you that I don't know if I can. It is not going anywhere, by the looks of it. Can I see anything that's got something? Or is it just the ones that are on the move? I'm sure there's things there, but you can have a look and see basically what's around you and things like that, what speed they're doing, what altitude they're at and stuff, so it just makes things a little bit easier. No, it's not, it's... There's your culprit. I'll give you the flight number if you want to look at it. I know. But again, even inside, you shouldn't be hearing it. I'll turn it down for a minute, even though I can still hear it. Makes it a little bit easier on your ears. And you think that noise cancellation was on there as well? You imagine flight yeah. Obviously not. Gadget, hello to you. Hope you're doing well. Very good morning to you. It doesn't work. Not today, it doesn't. But it's a little bit better now, so I've now turned it back up again. Until there is another one just on the move there, but it's not as bad. So it's alright. We can actually go and get some clearance now, which is fine. Luton clearance, good morning. COURTLINE 487 with you, requesting IFR clearance to Menorca.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Hey, just till 12 o'clock. Yeah, afternoon. Afternoon, everybody. Afternoon, one and all. Doors will shut soon, so therefore it'll be easier.
To Menorca via the Rodney 1 Bravo departure runway 25. Initial climb to 4,000 feet. Departure on 129.55, squawk 2757.
feet there. Then we'll stick it to 220. Happy days. Clear to Menorca via the Rodney 1 Bravo departure. Departure 25. Initial climb to 4,000. Departure 129.55. Squawk 2757. COURTLINE 487. Okie doke.
COURTLINE 487. Read back correct. Contact ground on 121.755 when ready.
Beautiful. That's what we need. Right, so ground frequency. We're almost there. In the beautiful looking TriStar. Now obviously the airline itself operated the longer version of the TriStar, not the shorter version. And they only had two in their history. One was yellow, as you see on your screen. One was pink. One of the first sort of UK leisure airlines that didn't last long. We're done. Are we done? I'll press it and see if we're done. We are indeed. Beautiful. Right, well, we're done. So that's the main thing. We're all ready to go.
ED2639, a contact tower on 126.73.
And actually a little earlier than anticipated.
2639.
There we go. Let's get the outdoor noise taken out of the equation. Let's get the music on pause. And then we'll go ahead and request pushback. Because we are pretty much there and ready to go. Luton Ground, good afternoon. COURTLINE 487 requesting push and engine start. Got to try and remember how to do this now.
COURTLINE 487, push and start approved, face northeast.
Because I think we've got there eventually, but I've got to try and remember how to do it. But it'll be fine. It'll be alright. We'll get there eventually. So what's everyone's plans for weekend then? What we got planned? It always seems to go super quick. Like, super quick. So, do you try and do as little as possible, or do you try and just go with the flow? So the stream will go up onto YouTube straight afterwards. About an hour or so after we're done here today. Once I've edited it and put my finishing touches on it. Right, so we are going to go around that way today. Here we go. Let's see if I can remember how to do it. Yep. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's 231, I'm sure of it. It's going. I did it first time. Take that. Let's go. Can we even hear it? There's going to be too much happening. But you just about hear that now. I think. Let's go ahead and go for number 3. Close just preparing the kids' lunch. Very nice. Right, 3 starting. That's fine. Or should be. Why is that not starting? It theoretically should be. Okay.
Going through the engine startup flow. One moment, please, Captain.
That should theoretically, to me, be starting.
Captain, flow complete. Back to you now.
There we go. We're in. It got there in the end. Just took a bit of time. Just a shame there's obviously some noise outside, otherwise we could hear the engine start up properly. You can hear it from the... Okay, and then we want... Yep. Engine number 1 starting, that's fine. We'll go ahead and set the flaps now to 10 degrees.
Flaps 10.
Flaps 10, there we go, lovely job. Such a shame about the noise. Yes. All finalised, all sorted. Thanks to Little Nav Map as well. So I've been mucking about with that for a little bit in the morning and everything else. But yeah, we're all good. We should be all good anyway. If not, I'll just be like, okay. Okay. Right. Let's go for taxi, and then we'll switch the lights on. Luton ground, COURTLINE 487, ready to taxi.
COURTLINE 487, not clear what you said. Say again.
Oh, love of God. COURTLINE 487, ready to taxi. My English that bad?
COURTLINE 487, runway 25 taxi via Bravo, Echo Delta Alpha.
Taxi to runway 25 via Bravo, Echo Delta Alpha, COURTLINE 487. Close enough. Right, parking brake off. Let's go. Under a bit of positive movement itself. Okay, so this airline would have been a common a common site back in the sort of early 70s with BAC 111s, and obviously, like I said, the 2 TriStars earlier. Memory serves me correct. After doing a little bit of research on them, I think they went out of business 1974. So it did not last very long, this airline. Jim's has always preferred the look of the TriStar to the DC-10. At least the third engine doesn't look like an afterthought stuck on the tail. It's one of those debates, isn't it? It's like, obviously, the war of the 3 holers at the time with the DC-10 and the TriStar. It's like, which one do you prefer? Personally, I'm a TriStar. I'm in the TriStar club. TriStar for me has always been like my favourite sort of 3-engined aeroplane. I don't think you can beat it. DC-10 is a nice looking plane as well. Don't get me wrong, but there's always like an appeal about the TriStar. It just looks fantastic. Very futuristic in a way as well. But I love it. I love the TriStar. I really do. Here we go. Getting a little bit of engine noise now. Now that it's started to quieten down. You can see the underwing painted orange there as well. We'll see it when we get to departure. This is worth clipping. What on earth is that? Oh, there he is. Don't know what that is. Let's have a look. No, that is genuinely supposed to be what it shows. That is actually supposed to be a United 767, which is now descending for the heavens. There he goes. Very odd. Very odd indeed. You do see some strange stuff on the flight sim, I tell you. Definitely a 767. Very odd. Very, very odd. Okay, so once we depart out of Luton here, it's an immediate left turn. We'll fly it by hand. You can see it just on the GPS there. An immediate left turn out of Luton. Flown by. It wouldn't surprise me, if I'm honest, if it's AI piloting at its finest. Would not surprise me. Here you go, more sounds. Here we go. I'll turn it up for you. Absolutely fabulous. Right. We should be alright for departure, where we are going to be. So let's hold just here.
COURTLINE 487, contact tower on 126.73, bye-bye.
Okay, well just we'll have a look here, see if we've got the APU off. We do not, so let's stop the APU. Uh, 128.73 for COURTLINE 487. Good day. My bad. That's a 4. That's a 6. I do need to go Specsavers.
COURTLINE 487. Can you repeat that?
No, I cannot repeat that. I can't repeat that at all. Luton Tower, good afternoon. COURTLINE 487 holding short, runway 25, ready for departure.
COURTLINE 487, heavy, Luton Tower, runway 25, winds 270 at 14, cleared for takeoff.
Very softly spoken, I like that. Clear for takeoff, runway 25, COURTLINE 487. Here we go. Lewis, hello to you. I know you were a bit concerned about missing the stream earlier, but yeah, we're still here. I know, Courtyard just came to mind. Just shut up. Shush. Leave me alone. Do I feel like we've got enough runway today? I think we might do, to be fair. Or we'll just backtrack for the 5. Let's backtrack, why not?
Approaching runway 25.
Lou's asking what the airline is. The airline is COURTLINE. A British airline from the 1970s. Did not last very long. Love the little like sounds of just like the squeaking of everything. It's little details. Turning on a dime there. No, you'll be amazed how many people aren't aware of COURTLINE. They were like a leisure airline, painted their airplanes in very funky colours, a bit like what Braniff did. They had 2 tri-stars in the fleet. One was yellow, which we're flying today. One was pink. They had BAC 111s as well. That were painted up in like a turquoise blue and
runway
all sorts. So,
remaining 6,000.
Right, here we go. So we're actually going to hear the sounds today as we get ready for departure. As you know, 50%. Straight to Togering that bitch. And the Rolls-Royce RB211s will be screaming for you in about 3, 2, 1, 50%. Toga that bitch, let's go! Beautiful stuff. Rotate. Lovely stuff. Right, we are well on the way. We'll bank to the left. We're hand flying this one.
Contact departure on 129.55.
Bring this the throttles back here. We are going to hand fly the departure. And then in a second we'll get the autopilot on, and then it will then deal with the rest of it. Okie doke. Right. We need then autopilot to do the auto throttle. Then we're going to go into the vertical speed. Take that down to 2000. Flight directors on. So VOR that we've clicked does the GPS side of things. INS would then, if you click in INS, that would be this, which we don't have today. So VOR will work the GPS. As long as you've got the GPS on, VOR will then work that for you. There you go. Beautiful stuff. Flaps up to 4. And we will then play a game of will the bar at the top play ball today. 129.55 for COURTLINE 487. Lewis has now got a 7 stream streak. Thank you, Lewis. Luton departure, COURTLINE 487 with you at 4,000. Well, we were at 4,000.
COURTLINE 487, heavy Luton radar identified. Climb flight level 120 direct D342 Delta.
Okay. Should now hopefully behave.
COURTLINE 487, heavy climb flight level 250.
Climb flight level 250, COURTLINE 487. And there we go. Breaking through the Luton darkness. Nobody got bit on the ankle, did they? And then we'll take that to 250. And then we'll watch her climb because this is awesome. Beautiful! Into the clouds. Absolutely massive. Absolutely insane aeroplane. I can see clearly now that Luton's gone. It's going to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It is indeed. Great use of lyrics there as well. Alright, as we climb then, we're going to keep an eye on it. Once we get to 10,000, we'll stick the music back on. And then we'll also go ahead and crank the speed. And get the landing lights off as well. Taxi lights, everything else all off. Which will happen now, so landing lights off there. Past 10,000, straight up to about 300 knots. We're going to go 305. Should be turning shortly. There you go. Look at that, look at that profile. Oh, what a profile that is, love that. So there you go.
COURTLINE 487, climb flight level 290.
Climb flight level 290, COURTLINE 487. Lovely stuff. Beautiful. Majestic. So if you watch the underneath of the wings, maybe not right now because we're in the clouds. See if I can show you underneath. There you go. You should be able to see it now. All painted up in a nice orange. On the pink version, it's all done in pink. Lewis says that looks dangerously close to another word. I see it. You mean count. You mean that word. It means count. But either way.
487, climb flight level 330.
One, it's also very nice to be back in the TriStar. For sure. Like I say, I don't think it gets as much love as it should do. If I'm honest, I don't think it does. Like, people sort of use it for a day or two and then decide to discard it and put it to one side. Not seen many people fly it aside from there. Definitely deserves a lot of love. They've also updated it as well, so this is version 1.0.1 as well.
Contact London Control on 120.475.
And it is pretty decent. Let's just get ourselves to flight level 330 first on the markers, and then we'll sort ourselves up from there. There we go, and then we are going to 120.475 for COURTLINE 487. Cool. Right, I'll show you in a second a little nav map, and you can see our progress. Like I say, we've only got a radius around us of the airplanes that are flying at the moment. There is a way to do it. There's a way to change the radius to get it to like expand or shorten. Don't remember how to do it though. That's my only problem. Here comes the turn. You can see it from the outside. Beautiful. Oh. Jim, I can see why you love the TriStar more than the DC-10.
COURTLINE 487, climb flight level 360.
Oh. Now you can see the orange underwings a little bit more now as well. Lovely stuff. Right, flight level 340, that's our cruise today. Gadget, expanding the radius of the AI traffic and stuff. So you know when you've got the option on little nav map to kind of see the traffic, and it gives you a radius of like around where you are to see AI traffic or people in real life.
Contact London Control on 133.08.
133.08 for COURTLINE 487. London Control, good afternoon. COURTLINE 487 with you, climbing to flight level 340, currently at flight level 220. I think so. I think it's in there. I'll have a proper look. At some point. But big shout out to Gadget for showing me little nav map yesterday. It's something I have used before, but just haven't really got my head around it until probably yesterday afternoon when mucking about with it. It's amazing how helpful it is. And let me see if I can show you. 2 seconds. It's not quite like Volanta or anything else like that. If anyone's wondering. But if I just do that and then go to, and then cool. There we go. So we can see the map on the screen and everything else. You can see everything else. Left hand side of the screen, this is from what I'm trying to remember from yesterday. Left hand side of the screen is like your flight plan that you sort out. Right hand side is all like the departures and arrivals of what you're suggesting. And then, yeah, you get to see everything that's around you. So if I scroll in here, here we are currently. Green lines here are your ILS captures, as I've worked out. And then I see you've got other AI traffic around us. The BA777 there. That'll be below us. We might not see it because of the clouds. Got ships as well. You can see all the boats. It's pretty cool. Just keeps me up to date and gives me everything that I need to know in order to finalise flight plans. So what I've worked out is with the putting the flight plan into like the MCDUs and stuff, doesn't often give you transitions, and that was pointed out to me yesterday. So now we can choose how to arrive and stuff like that. It's yeah, it looks complicated, but once you get spoken around the whole thing, and it's, you only need to like 1 or 2 things, and it works all right. That is icon next to the globe. Oh, I see. Yes, so it just shows the flight plan. Very clever. Yeah, I've just seen it. So, yeah, there you go. So it makes it less cluttered. So there you go. The ETA and the ETR going down. Yes, I think this was because, yes, Gadget literally just put in there. We sorted out yesterday. We had a little look at what the problems were, and I think it's literally a case of just trying to finalise flight plans, making sure that transitions are in there, for the landing and making sure that departures are all connected up and everything else like that, which is what I've done, hopefully, for this one. Fingers crossed. I'll know by the time we get to approach whether we're still about 7 hours behind, which I shouldn't think we would be. Yeah, no, I extended my gratitude to Gadget yesterday. It's been a massive help. I'm using Volanta for things like screenshots and stuff, but not for like the flight plan sorting out sort of thing. So it's on there for like your screenshots and everything else, but for planning the flight, so you do the planning of the flight plan on SimBrief. You import your flight plan over to SimBrief, because SimBrief doesn't give you, it gives you the basics, but doesn't give you your approach or anything else like that. So you have to kind of pick one for yourself. And can I do that midway? I feel like I can, but probably not at the moment. So everything you saw right hand side, I've got some understanding of it very quickly. Everything you see right hand side here, you got your start and then your approach. SimBrief doesn't give you this. It'll tell you it, but it doesn't give you it as an actual waypoint sort of thing. So if you were to click one, which I should be able to do because I'm not inserting it, give me 2 seconds. So this is our approach into Mahon today, right? This is our approach. If I were to choose a different one, which that's what it's going to do. You see all the ships as well. There's so many ships. This is all to do with the AI traffic and stuff. Got to try and do this quickly then before it resets itself. So if I picked another one, let's say we go to that one there. You see the blue line? That's a different approach. So if I wanted to do that, I'd insert it into it, and then it would pick it up, and the flight plan would then adjust to it. I'm hoping you saw that before it reset itself. I'm hoping you saw it. So it gives you options, and you click on them. So when you click on them, you are previewing them, and then you can insert it how you want it to be. So that when it comes to doing your flight plan, obviously, say you're using an A320, you import your SimBrief flight plan, and then you can then insert your own approaches according to what you've picked, because you know the waypoints and everything else. Sounds complicated, but if you muck about with it, it is a free app as well. Once you muck about with it, it's actually not too bad, and I now won't not use it. Okay, 2 seconds. Just seen it, thank you. Just going to do that now. Yeah, that's actually a lot better. I don't mind the airports being there. But yeah, that's so much better. Legend. Yeah, appreciate it. If you haven't done so, I think because we're on Twitch, you can do it. If you click on Gadget, please go drop him a follow. Or sub. Was it on here? Followers, isn't it? Subs. Followers. Drop them a follow. Subs are good too. I know. I get so confused. Subs are very good. Let's get some subs. No, subs are always good. But yeah, follow. I get so confused. So I always look at the approach from the world map of FS 2020 after I've loaded the flight plan, but before I actually go into the flight itself, so I know which one I want to choose in the FMC. The thing I find with doing that is, and I can probably say this now, oh my word, and I can say this now because of obviously using little nav map, is to be able to kind of preview your flight plan and preview your approaches so you can pick the one that's suitable for you is easier to do it on there than it is to do it on the MCDU, because otherwise then you've got to flick back and forth sort of thing. But again, it looks complicated, and I did open it up for the first time, it must have been about a year ago, opened up for the first time and went, oh. I was like, what's this? But now I've had someone sit and talk me through it. It's actually dead easy to use. Because not everything you see on the screen, you have to use. Little nav map after Streamflight. Yes, Streamflight, yes. It's an extremely powerful bit of kit. It's amazing what it will do for you as well, because I suppose in a way, if you've got the AI traffic as well, you can kind of see, if you see someone in front of you, you're not quite sure what it is. You can then go into it and have a look. Like for us at the moment, if I just bring it back up again, within our radius, down below, which we don't think we're going to see. No, we might do. Maybe we won't. We're maybe a bit too high. There are a whole load of ships below us. But again, it just depends on obviously because we're quite high as well. So, yeah, once I've worked out the radius and stuff, so you see what's around you of a certain mileage, I think, and then it kind of just, yeah, sorts itself out. It's once you get your head around it, it's pretty good. Yes, it looks daunting. It looks daunting, but once you get your head around it, it's not too bad. So, Volanta's got us down as 1 hour and 30 minutes remaining, and Streamflight has us at 1:44 remaining. Now, Volanta doesn't have, not that we're looking at it anyway, but Volanta doesn't have the approach. It just has, like, as I said, with the Simbury flight plan, where your airport is, where you're going to, and then the waypoints in between, but not the approaches. So I would say we're on point here at the minute with Streamflight. So I think we've now cracked it. And what I've got to do after this is I've got to edit it down to, so I've got to edit the intro out, stick a little bit of editing over the top, and then it will go onto YouTube later on this afternoon. For those that don't seem to want to come to Twitch, I don't know why you wouldn't. I don't know why you wouldn't. Doing a 777 flight this afternoon, I think, Turkish Airlines to Vienna. See, I've always sat there and like, I know we did the 777 freighter, but one thing I haven't, or one plane I haven't used for a while, and I saw Gadget do it the other day, which was the 777-300. I'm like, I've not flown that for ages. So I'm considering it, because I'm going to have some time this afternoon, so I'm like, I might chuck another flight in there this afternoon before we go live again this evening with our games night. Yes, yeah. I'm gonna put it on. I'll put it on at some point. The Grand National bet. But otherwise, we are looking pretty good. Now, if we... I don't think we'll see passengers, no. So I don't think GSX has got it yet for the integration of passengers into the cabin yet. But again, you just marvel at how much space the TriStar has. It's absolutely insane. Modern planes just feel very small, and I suppose for like tall people. But like the TriStar almost was built for tall people. James says, not that I'm promoting gambling or anything. No, apparently that's what I do on my other channel. Because apparently I'm the only one that does it. In the world. I'm the only one that promotes it, apparently. I don't promote anything. Because in order to promote something, you have to be a partnership. You have to be in a partnership, but these people that seem to think that just showing what you're doing online on a betting website is promoting it are stupid and need their heads banging against the wall. Here's your private lounge. Carl was mentioning it just now. I mean, I don't know how I'd feel about it because there's no windows. But if you compare it to where it is in the actual plane, it's right there. Like proper in the belly of the plane. Got nice little fancy seat belts. Got the sort of the galley, so you got a private galley here. I think, is that what I think it is? I think it might be. That's a, so you can actually load in. If you're, I suppose, if you're a passenger, you can actually go into the lounge through the plane itself from the bottom, where everybody would sort of go up there. You could actually jump in here because it's got like built-in stairs. So that, I guess, would be what the Ryanair 737s would be like. Do you know what I mean? They've got their like built-in stairs. It's a little bit like that. Then you got a massive galley room, which is totally cool. Are we? No, I did speak to London Control, but they've not told us anything. What if they didn't hear it? I'll come back with it. London Control, good afternoon. COURTLINE 487 with you, flight level 340. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And of course, doors open up and...
COURTLINE 487, London Control, identified. Good afternoon.
And then you go back up to the back upstairs, through the bottom of the plane, not literally, but we're doing it anyway, into the giant cabin of the TriStar. I bet this would have been excellent to fly on.
COURTLINE 487, Can you please expedite your climb to
Nope.
flight level 360?
Yes, I can. I thought we were supposed to be cruising at 340 today, but obviously not. That's my fault. So yeah, there's I reckon this would have been amazing to fly on, and I know there'd be people that have watched like on YouTube channel
Flight 487.
or
Contact Paris. Control on 128.875.
or that, you know, or of a certain generation where, you know, TriStar travel was. There you go. Carl was mentioning. Excuse me. Carl was just mentioning it about seats facing each other. There's one there, one there. One to 8.75 for COURTLINE 487. I don't want to say old, but, you know, like back when TriStar, you know, you fly TriStar just quite happily, like naturally. When it was in service for airlines like British Airways or Caledonian or Delta and stuff like that, I bet this would have been a lot of fun to fly on, just purely because of the space you've got. Like flying in a hallway. Doesn't look cramped either. Look at the legroom you probably have there. Very like spacious as well. I reckon it would have been amazing to fly on. For a tall person, amazing to fly on. The sheer amount of legroom is crazy. Powers Control, good afternoon. COURTLINE 487 with you, flight level 360. Well, yeah, luxury, innit? Luxury travel.
COURTLINE 487, Paris Control identified. Good afternoon.
They got toilets at the back here as well, which were, I mean, primarily they flush as well. Always got to check. Loo reviews, they flush. Very cool. On top of that, if you go to, like, we go to the toilet here, look where you are. If you go behind here, yeah, that toilet would have been incredibly noisy. Lavatory's just behind that engine there. So I imagine, yeah, like I say, it would have been just a lot of fun. A lot of fun to fly on. Maybe not so much going to the toilets there, though, because that would have been quite noisy, I'd have thought. But there you go. Right, update. Well, they said that's an hour and a half left on the flight. Which I think would make sense. but it's very. I would say it's great fun to fly this for sure. Because I think again once it was like it was announced. Like it was announced and stuff, and I think the initial look at it would be like, oh god, because it looks like it could be quite complex and stuff, but actually they've made it very simple for everyone to use. Yeah, we're still following the flight plan, which is good news. There is off to our you may not be able to see it. But yeah, it's pretty decent. The little nav map, and like I said, I will not use anything else now just because it is so handy and so helpful. Once you've used it once, it's actually pretty decent. So we'll keep an eye on that. So we are following the flight plan at the moment according to little nav map, which is totally fine. Carl says, can't see why many people don't fly the TriStar on live. Listen, I'll have a look now, and I guarantee you, of all the languages, like all languages apart from English, yeah, so not English, every language, there'll be nobody flying it. Guarantee it. I'll be amazed if anyone is. In fact, no, there is. There is one person flying it. There is one person flying it. I take it back. I take it back. There was one person flying the TriStar at the moment. They're flying the TriStar into Paro. Braver man than me. But apart from me, and one other person, nobody else is flying the TriStar. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. Like, there was so much hype around it because it was a different plane. So much hype around it, and then all of a sudden it's just like no one's flying it. No one wants to fly it, even though it's had a big update as well. Recently, nobody wants to fly it. So if I go all languages, so that was English-speaking streamers. Only me and one other person doing the TriStar. I'm looking at every other language. No one. Literally nobody. Nobody's flying it. Very, very strange. Very, very strange. And the only planes that they are using, we've got somebody doing a 350, 737-700, which came out yesterday, I think. Someone flying a 737, I think, Jet 2. Or an A321, something like that. Lufthansa 320. 320, 320. 320, 321. 737-700. It's like it's what makes it's crazy, because it's like we all sit there and go, we want new planes. Gemma, we'll catch you later. Like, we want new planes, then we get new planes and people don't fly them. I just think it's madness. I don't think they're all scared of it. Like, the people, when it was like a pre-release sort of, you know, like streamers that had access to it, they were full of like high praise and they were full of love for it. But not many people have flown it since. Granted, we've done it a handful of times, and this is like our second time on stream doing it. And I want to do it more. But I find it's a weird community where we beg for planes, like new planes, that aren't just like Airbuses and Boeings. We get them, and then people refer back to they refer back to it. They refer back to the Airbuses and Boeings. Mental. That's gonna be next on the list for the TriStar, is to send it to Kaitak. That's the next one for me. I think this would be a lot of fun to fly into Kaitak. I don't know about how I feel about sending a TriStar to Paro though. But whatever people are into, whatever people are into. Lovely. Although, to be fair, that's another airport we haven't done for a while. I think last time we did that was on YouTube. I'm fairly certain the last time we did that was on YouTube, down to Paro, and while we were still getting used to the training and learning how to fly the planes and stuff like that. So maybe it might be worth a revisit Paro one weekend, because obviously you'd have to do it during like daylight. So maybe it's worth a revisit. Bit of Paro. Oh, it's well over a year ago. I'll have a look. I'm fairly certain we've done it on YouTube. I'm fairly certain of it. Let's have a look. I know we've done it for landing challenges. Yeah, we did. We've done it on stream. It was wow. 23rd of December 2023. Good lord. 2023. So well over 2 years ago. What a different time that was back in 2023 for the channel. wasn't even the Phoenix A319 either. Oh dear.
COURTLINE 487, contact Paris Control on 118.725.
It wasn't even. Wasn't even the Phoenix. It was an A319, but it was the Latin VFR one. Because I think at that point, my computer hadn't been upgraded. Yeah, my computer wasn't upgraded back then, and I couldn't get on with the Phoenix at the time. I was still relatively new to the whole streaming thing back then. What a different time. If you put me in a Latin VFR plane now, like an Airbus A320 or something like that, I don't think I'd like it. Right, so to our right hand side we should see some traffic. Or not. But yes, we do. There you go. So that is traffic. That is Iberia A320. And then if we look off to our left hand side, we should see some other traffic as well. We should see a TUI. Somewhere. But there is a TUI heading towards us at the moment at 35,000 feet. Very cool. Very cool. Very, very cool. There. Is it there? We're at the same altitude here, so there's a contrail there. I think that is the TUI that's going to go behind us. 737. Or default, sorry, it's a default 737 MAX 8. Doesn't tell you where it's going though, but it is going to just miss us, I think. Crazy. But yeah, very crazy to think that 3 years ago was the last time that we did Paro, and I'm just watching the landing back now. But it's a lot of fun. I think we had to hand fly it in, if I'm correct. Oh, I'd love to do it again. I would say it is. We've got an hour remaining, but the thing above us tells us that we've got an hour and 14.
487, contact Bordeaux Control on 127.675.
Which would make sense. It would make sense that we've got an hour and 14 left because we've got the approach to do. So I think we're looking good. Oh boy. Yeah, the ETA seems to be alright, so at least we've got that sorted. We're not too far away. We are due to land another hour, about 2:15, maybe just after 2:15, so we're looking at 2:30. 2:30 we're landing. If we put the approach on as well. Doing alright so far. Of course, live this evening for some countdown with the viewers. See how we get on with that tonight. So there you go. But yeah, I feel like the TriStar needs a lot more love than it gets. It's beautiful. Oh yes, street countdown. Gonna go big with the numbers. Cool. Right, I might leave the music playing. I might actually get some lunch just whilst I'm here. So I'm just going to go on a very, very, very quick break. This will be edited out, but I'm going to go on on a quick break just to grab some lunch. I will see you in about 5 minutes. Right, we're back. We are. In fact, we're just north of Toulouse at the moment. So we're not too far away. Volanta says 37 minutes. We've probably got about 54 remaining. About right, 50 minutes or so remaining. Gadget said he was on about flying.
Expect the Sargo 4 Foxtrot arrival. Anticipate descent in about 20 minutes.
He was wanting to fly GA today. Which one would you fly? And what's your favourite GA plane to fly? We don't do too much of it on the channel. We have been sort of flirting with the idea of doing it, but I'm always intrigued to what other people are like, what they find to be like the best plane to use for the sim. Expect this Sarge for Foxtrot arrival in about 20 minutes time. Call line 487. As you can see, the weather is very interesting below us. Our aircraft today is called Halcyon Days. There you go, Halcyon Days. By the way, hope everyone is well. If you are watching, come give us a chat. Come say hello. New schedule will be going out at some stage. Now, I'm toying with the idea to either scrap a schedule so you don't know what's coming, and sort of just plan it as we go, so I can write them down, and then I know what we'll end up doing. But it'd be a nice little surprise for everybody involved, or whether you're happy to keep whether you want to have the schedule so you know what to expect coming up over the next 2 weeks. It's going to be a 2-week schedule, so I'm always curious for any sort of feedback, whether schedule is like a good thing so you know what's coming, or like I know what's coming but you don't. Like not like a mystery schedule, but like I'll plan what we've got. I'll get some feedback from you lot to say like, what do you want to see, and then
COURTLINE 487, contact Bordeaux control on 125.79er.
And then put it into a schedule, but then not show it on the screen like it is below. And I'm also thinking about like space for the screen below as well. I'm hoping that sort of makes sense. Yeah, that's what I mean. So you don't see the banner, but then I'll make a schedule, and then you'll just see it when it pops up. So I'll say, "Oh, stream tomorrow," and then I'll be like, "Here's what we're doing," or not. You just wait and see what happens. And like I say, it does clear the screen up a little bit as well. Because sometimes it can get to a point where it's like, I don't say time consuming typing out the schedule. Well, yeah, that's also what I'm thinking, to try and change our music thing that we've got that tells us about the songs and change it to a different one so that it goes into like the bottom of the screen sort of thing. So that's what I'm thinking. I think it might be a great shout, I think. So I might see what we can do, but I might take the schedule off and then do a schedule but not show it. Beautiful. Beautiful wing of the Lockheed TriStar. Also, Exeter are beating Plymouth in the Devon Derby. So I'm very happy at the moment. Very happy at the moment. I've got it on the TV, so I'm like constantly swinging, like swinging my head back and forth. But very happy at the moment. Uh, 18. No, tell a lie. 16 minutes until we are at the top of our descent. Bordeaux Control, good afternoon. COURTLINE 487 with you, flight level 360. I suppose I could. I'd like a little pop-up of what's to come tomorrow, sort of thing.
COURTLINE 487, Bordeaux Control identified, good afternoon.
What I don't want to do is I don't want to overcomplicate it. So if I can try not to overcomplicate it, that'd be ideal. So yeah, but that's kind of what I'm at the minute. It's just trying to sort of come up with like simplified ways of doing things. So, cruising just now. We are currently coming up towards Andorra. We are sort of south of Toulouse at the moment. We're taking a right turn at Luton at some point. And then we will be reaching the top of our descent, which is coming up soon. Which will be just over. In fact, it'll be just in the middle of the landlock of Spain and then the islands that we need to get to. I think they do. It's something I'm going to have to look into. Otherwise, worst case scenario is I just tell you what we're doing the next day sort of thing. I don't mind the ticker down the bottom though. This is the thing. I don't mind this. But it's like to type up as much as I have done with all this gets to a point where I'm a bit like, I don't know. Like at least if I can write a schedule or like think of a schedule in my head and then jot it down on a bit of paper or something like that, just nice, something nice and easy. Then again, I'm then contradicting myself because if I'm typing it out, I may as well do a schedule anyway. So I don't know. Lewis, if you can, I wouldn't know how to do it. I'm just trying to think of something that's just easier, whether to have the schedule showing, so you know what you're expecting, or whether it's a case of being like, oh hey, so here's what's happening tomorrow. Because again, you know there are certain days that you know that a Sunday, a Monday, and a Wednesday are all F1. You know that a Tuesday and a Thursday are flight sim. You know, a Friday is a music night unless I say something different. So don't necessarily need a schedule because you know what's happening on certain days. It's just that it's the what we are doing in regards to if it's a flight sim night, what are we doing, or what are you watching? That's where I'm trying to get my sort of what's easier. Any feedback would be great. At least it makes sense to some people. That's the main thing. So, like, for example, you know that when we don't have the ticker up for the F1 stuff, because essentially you can't because it blocks a few things, you know that the following day it's going to be another F1 on a Monday. Or if we do it on a Monday, you know that there's a flight sim on Tuesday. You know what I mean. So yes, once we're done here today with this, this will be edited down, stuck on YouTube in the next sort of about 4 o'clock, I reckon, something like that. About 4 o'clock it'll go up. And I'm still sort of like undecided with the F1 stuff. So whether to upload that to YouTube as well, or just literally keep it to the flight sim stuff. Because ultimately, the F1 thing, because we're having a lot of fun with it, should be watching live anyway. I think it's better to watch it live than it is to recap it. Flight sim's fine to watch and recap, totally fine. But when it comes to like the F1, you have to watch it live in order to really sort of get it, you know. Was playing with the idea myself. You can set up a Google Calendar, make it public, and then get an RSS feed and add it to the ticket overlay. Will automatically feed into the ticket. All you need to do
10 X-ray whiskey
is to keep calendar updated.
Identified. Good afternoon.
I feel like that would defeat the object of the schedule thing. But you can then plan for so many weeks ahead. I don't know. I'll come up with something. It's only because I've got a sort of schedule out for like tomorrow for the next 2 weeks. That's all it is. Yeah, the F1 Manager series that we've got going on at the moment is definitely one of those ones you have to watch it like when it's happening. With that, could do a month's schedule. I'll look into it, but it's how easy it can be done. That's literally all it depends on. Just depends on how easy it can be done.
COURTLINE 487, contact Barcelona Control on 133.08.
I think that was me. Yes, it was. 133.08 for COURTLINE 487. Barcelona Control, COURTLINE 487 with E-flight level 360.
COURTLINE 487, Barcelona Control, identified. Good afternoon.
Oh, listen to those engines. The noise is insane. So yeah, the one thing that I find as well, obviously the GPS of the TriStar keeps resetting itself. I don't know why that's the case. But I don't know. Apart from anyone that's watching the Grand National, what you got the rest of the day? What's planned for the rest of it? Got a couple things to do around the house. And then I think it's like just chill for the rest of the afternoon, I think. Obviously, once the stream's been edited down and stuff like that. Carl's watching Liverpool later. Fulham, innit? Is that what they got? Fulham? Sure, I read it was Fulham. Okie doke. We are currently over mainland Spain at the minute. If we go out, we will see. That is that's Girona. Our top of descent is in 4 minutes' time. There you go, Girona Airport. And then where we need to go is, I don't think, visible yet. So we're getting closer, not too far away now. The if I'm looking at the top there, does the top bar say about 30 minutes? Yeah, 30 minutes, that's fine. You can see that a little better now. So yeah, about 30 minutes or so remaining. That is, of course, including the approach, which Volanta doesn't give you. So Volanta at the minute is telling us that we've got 17 minutes remaining, which is not true. Because it doesn't factor in the approach and everything else. But I think it's been quite a pleasant flight, this, and I think, like I said, we should probably, I will probably fly the TriStar a little bit more. There's still like quite a few liveries to do in it. I think at some stage we'll do long haul, and we'll break it up into 2 different streams, rather than do like the whole lot in one go type thing. We'll break it up into 2 different streams. In the TriStar, I'm thinking, it sounds crazy, Manchester, just because the BWIA used to fly there, British West Indian Airways used to fly to Manchester with the TriStar, and also like Heathrow and stuff. So it would be like somewhere to the UK. But we'll see. We will see. It's been a pleasant Saturday afternoon stream, says Carl. Well, thank you very much. It's been, yeah, it's been quite nice.
COURTLINE 487, cleared Sargo, for Foxtrot to Menorca. Whenever you'd like descent, flight level 270.
Is that us? It is indeed. Have we got ships below us? This is the next question, because it shows. We might be too high up to see them. But that is us getting clearance to begin our descent. So let's do that. Descend to flight level 270, COURTLINE 487. Right, let's go. Let's bring the speed back then. And then down to 70. Like that. And let's go to 1500 feet a minute, and let's get the. Oh, I can't get the speed brakes out. Okay.
COURTLINE 487, descend flight level 250.
Descending to flight in 250, COURTLINE 487. Right, descent's begun. Lewis, take it easy. We'll catch you soon. Enjoy your afternoon as we begin our descent down into Menorca. So I think we can say as well that the bar at the top has been a success today. Going to bring the speed back to 260. And then we'll keep an eye on everything else that we need to in regards to the descent. By the time we start getting onto the approach, we're looking to be at about 2,500 feet. Excuse me. Oh, there we go. So AI ships are now being shown. There's one just beyond the cloud there. There you go. There's a little tanker. So that's being shown on little nav map. And if we go to the right hand side, yeah, there's quite a few ships behind us, but I don't think we'll be able to see them now. But if we are needing to divert today, we are diverting to Barcelona. That's the plan. And also, I just remembered I've still got the stream going from nearly 3 years ago of our landing into Paro. So I'm gonna have a little nosy and just see how we did, because I don't think it was any good. I do remember how to approach it. Definitely think we should try again though. Fancy it? Fancy a bit of Paro one weekend? Try start. Could you imagine? Turned out the landing was quite poor. But it wasn't the microphone biting stream that we know of. So that's the one. Carl's not looking good for Arsenal. What's the score? Last time I checked it was like 1-1. Oh, it's in 2-1. Oh, it's happening. They're going to bottle it. They're going to bottle it. What's that off our right hand side? It's about 4 or 5 ships. Yeah, probably not going to happen. Right, I'm going to see if we can try and descend to about 2,500 here. Barcelona Control, COURTLINE 487 requesting descent to flight level, to altitude 2,500. Open Spurs beat, open Sunderland beat Spurs tomorrow. It'd be great if they did.
Descend 2500.
Oh, I'd be super excited. Descent to flight altitude 2,500, COURTLINE 487. Be amazing if they did. It would be the most amazing year ever if Spurs get relegated. Okay, 2,500 there. Let's go ahead and begin. Now you can see we have some land. The land in front of us is our island. There is Palma de Mallorca. But this is the one that we want here. Be the best thing ever if Spurs get relegated, I'll tell you. Literally. Literally be the best feeling. Okay. So yes, there is Menorca in front of us. Airport, I believe, is over to the left-hand side there. And then we'll see how we get on. Weather seems to be decent as well, so that's always a positive. And you get to see the TriStar in the daytime, because I think the last time, well, the only time we did the TriStar was when it was dark. So he was doing it in the daytime with a daytime flight. We are on approach, and then to Menorca. Not too far away now, realistically. Just about to right turn it here, I believe. There you go, and we are going to alter our descent a little bit more. Bring that speed back to 250. And then just descend a little quicker here.
COURTLINE 487, contact Menorca. Approach on 125.391.
125.39 for COURTLINE 487. Menorca approach, good afternoon. COURTLINE 487 with you, sending to altitude 2500. I did say Manchester earlier, yes.
487, heavy Menorca approach identified. Good afternoon, expect the ILS Zulu runway 19er approach into Menorca.
Well, no. No, because that's not... No. No. No, that's not what we've got. We'd like to request approach to runway 01.
COURTLINE 487, runway 01 not active. Expect ILS runway 19er approach.
We'll see about that.
COURTLINE 487, heavy, turn right heading 185 vectors for the ILS runway 19er approach.
No, they are correct. It is a runway 19 approach. Bastards. Just send it. I'm considering it, but God, I've got to change the approach up now. And we're nowhere near ready for it either.
COURTLINE 487, heavy, turn left heading 155.
Cool. Aye. So in real life, they are actually going into runway 19. Now the problem I've got is this: I can't change the flight plan over because this. Because this is not working. very well. So I'm just thinking we just send it. I don't think we've got much choice, if I'm honest.
COURTLINE 487, heavy, 14 miles from CF19er. Turn left heading 135, descend altitude 1900 feet until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 19er approach, QNH 1011.
Yeah. Christ. Right, hang on. We'll get there eventually, hang on. So now we want the arrival. Oh, fuck off. I was that close. I was that close. God damn it. Yeah, we're nowhere near ready yet. Okay. We may have to... Well, this gives us a bit of time to head back round, so it's fine. Language. No language, it's fine. Let's slow up the descent a little bit here. Because what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to just make sure that's all in there that we've created. Otherwise, we are going to just send it. And annoyingly, right, let's have a look. Yeah, that's fine. So we're sort of going a little bit differently than anticipated. And then what we need to do is, before it decides it's going to reset, which it has done. Why has it redone that then? Okay, no panic. Absolutely fine. Let's go for the approach.
COURTLINE 487, heavy, contact Menorca Tower on 119.655.
There we go. Right, I ain't messing about with it now. It does seem to be working now. Yeah, it seems to be all good. We've just had a runway change in our approach, so we are just adjusting one or two things. But we're nearly landing. So we were initially supposed to be going in runway 01. They've given us a runway 19 approach, which means we've had to alter everything very, very quickly. Which we've now managed to do, so it's fine.
Flaps 4.
Right, I think we're going to be ready for an approach here. We'll take down a 180 for a minute. Get the music onto the approach. So quite an enthralling sort of finish here to the stream. But airport is literally there in front of us. I can just about see it. So we've got to make sure we got ourselves prepped and ready to go here. Let's take ourselves down to 1,600 feet. Bringing it all the way back. Okay. Menorca Tower, COURTLINE 487 on downwind for runway 19. Yeah, so it seems to be working.
487, heavy Menorca Tower. Roger. Continue downwind runway 19er.
Down. Flaps 14.
Right, let's go for the flaps. Got the recording going. Let's see how we can do. Let us know the predictions. What do you reckon for landing rating? And if you're watching on the playback on YouTube, you can throw them in the chat or sort of throw them in the comments and just before we land here and see if you are correct afterwards. There you go. There's our runway.
COURTLINE 487. Heavy winds 120 at 11. Runway 1. Cleared to land.
Runway 1. Clear to land. Runway 19. COURTLINE 487. It's all over the bloody place. Right, let's take the autopilot off. Let's swing this in ourselves.
Flaps 33.
This is really somehow really taking us off course here. Let's sort this one out.
Approaching runway 19.
Here we go.
100. 50.
Okay, and we're down. Onto the foot brake, and something has just departed next to us, which is fun. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Menorca.
COURTLINE 487. Exit at Delta, if able. Contact ground on 121.755.
Okay, so let's get everything back on and sorted. Let's turn the recording off. So we will watch that when we are finished.
Flaps 22, flaps 14, flaps 0.
Let's put the... I didn't put the landing lights on. That's fine. Let's go ahead and request taxi into the gate then. Menorca ground. COURTLINE 487, requesting taxi to the gate. I don't know if it was butter, if I'm honest.
COURTLINE 487, taxi to Terminal Gate 7 via Charlie Tango Echo. Good day.
Oh, apparently not. According to this, apparently not. It felt a lot smoother than normal. But apparently not.
Approaching runway 1, right.
Okie doke. Very interesting in terms of the landing rating that it's given us. I'll show you that once we've parked up here. Taxiing to gate 7 via Charlie Tango Echo, COURTLINE 487. Always good though to get onto the TriStar. Always good to do some retro stuff. We like the retro stuff here on the channel.
COURTLINE 487, taxi to Terminal Gate 7 via Tango Echo. Good day.
Just said that, but okay. There's a pushback tug, so that's probably where we are. Full time. Did Bournemouth win? Let's go. Arsenal bottling it. I will show you what it's given at the end. Once we've parked up and we're ready to do the replay. Overall, very cushy. Nice to have a little flight with a TriStar.
Approaching runway 1, right.
No aircraft on the ground here.
Runway 1, right.
No, we're not. The Devon Derby finished 2-2. It was very crazy, very chaotic. So there's 15, 13 coming up. But this is that 7? That's technically where we should be, because that's all the gate stuff. It's gate 11. They've given us gate 7 though. We'll go gate 11. That's where everything is that we need. Carl, get on it straight away. Straight away, Carl. Feels good, doesn't it? There you go, that's where they've stopped us. Awesome stuff. Lovely with the TriStar once again. Let's end today's flight and show you, according to Volanta, how long it took. So we had a little hiccup with the fact that we were supposed to go in runway 01, but then they gave us 19 at the end, so you never know what's going to happen. I'm not so sure on this. I don't think it didn't feel as hard as it says. Okay, so just bear that in mind when I show you. Just bear that in mind when I show you when we get to where is it? There it is. I'm not so sure that's correct, but you know what it's like if it's on there.
Thank you for flying Ryanair. Last year, over 90% of our flights arrived on time. We hope you enjoyed yours, and we look forward to welcoming you on board again soon. Ryanair. Low fares, made simple.
I'm not so sure, if I'm honest, but we'll have a look in a second with the replay. But we know that A, the board at the top now is working, so that's absolutely fine. B, TriStar is lovely to fly. C, little nav map helped us out massively there. So I think it's a win-win-win, even though we sort of apparently landed quite hard. But we're about to see that for ourselves. But all that's left for me to say is thanks so much for watching me. For joining me this afternoon. Back this evening with our Saturday night games night. We are playing a little bit of Countdown, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, it should be lots of fun. That's probably about 7 o'clock, between 7 o'clock and 7:15 tonight was when we do that one. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, whatever you get up to. Let's go ahead and play our replay.
Gear up. 10. Gear down. Flaps 14.
Awesome. I'm going to skip forward with the replay as well when we get to it, so I'll take everything off the screen as necessary. Where are we at? There we go. I'll take myself off screen. And there you go. Enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you get up to. We'll see you later if you're joining us for some games night fun. Have a great afternoon, everybody. And I'll see you later on. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.